Alright, so this video, or I don't know, voice vlog something is gonna consist of the negative side and the positive side. The positive side is basically, it's more like neutral stuff. What happened in January and maybe a little bit like the end of December. And also the negative side of the video is me gonna be crying, and it's very emotional. It's honestly pretty cringy, but I kind of need it for myself because, you know, I want to look back on what happened and how I felt, and it's just for myself, really. You don't have to listen to it if you feel like it's way too much for you. You're definitely free to click off then, yeah. So let's start with the earliest thing that happened in January, which was my New Year's party. It was a tiny party, actually. It was at my sister's place, because she went to New York City without me. I really wanted to go. I'm so sad that I had to, you know, stay at home, and like, I actually had no idea she was going to New York until, like, I don't know, November, I think. Like, I knew she was going. She already told me that she was going somewhere on New Year's Eve already in September, but I had no idea where she's going, and since she didn't tell me, I thought it wasn't really my business, so I didn't ask her. But yeah, she went to New York, and I decided to have a party at her place. She was totally okay with it. She was like, okay, you can have a party at my apartment if you want, like with your friend group. And I was like, hey, that's cool, okay. So yeah, my closest friends came, and it wasn't many of us, around 15 in the end. Maybe 17? I'm not sure, because some other people came who I wasn't really talking too much. I mean, we don't talk at all. But, like, I know they were nice people. I've seen them at my other friends' parties that I've gone to a few times, and they seemed like okay and trustworthy, so I let them in, and yeah, it was a chill party, really. But my poor cats, though, my poor sister's cats. Actually, they're not my cats, but yeah, my sister's cats. They had to live through the whole freaking night. They didn't get any sleep until, like, what, 4 a.m? Because 4 or 5 a.m. was I think the last time I was checking my phone before I fell asleep, really. Yeah, it was a long party. So, what we did at that party, we did hookah, water pipe. Some guys vaped, of course. I didn't actually drink at all. I only took like 2 vodka shots, I think, which is really not much. Me and my friend, we did Vine references. I was on Snapchat because, you know, I had this tradition where on the 31st of December I come back to Snapchat. So, yeah, I pretty much spam people with my stupid snaps, and yeah. Oh, and my old best friend came over too. It was pretty nice. She had a friend with her. I don't remember what her name was. Yeah, her friend unfortunately drank too much vodka, so she wasn't feeling very well, and she also threw up. We went to the Liberty Square in my town to watch the fireworks that are on every New Year's Eve for about 10 minutes. The whole place was crowded. Like, there were so many people. I think there were thousands of people there to watch the fireworks. A lot of drunk people as well, of course. And Russians, and a lot of ambulance cars, trucks, vans. Yeah, vans. Jeez, okay. Okay, so this little guy is gonna do a really good summary of what our New Year's Eve is like, but without all those people, you know.
Tere! Meil on uus aasta ikka päris hästi vastu võetud. Siin päris kõvasti paugud käivad. Ma ei saa rääkida isegi. Nii kõvad paugud. Oh, me paneme ka.
Yeah, it was a cool experience. I was late, and I'm a little sad because I couldn't message my boyfriend like Happy New Year's Eve. Wait, what? wait, Happy New Year's Eve. No, Happy New Year's. Got it. Because my phone went off and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do now? I'm the worst girlfriend ever, so I felt really guilty. I actually started to cry, and then my friends were like, hey, it's okay, and yeah, I felt better after that. And then when we came back, actually, with my group of friends, we hung out, we did some more hookah, and we played, I don't remember, we played cards and stuff, and yeah, just chilled and talked. And also someone left their blue camel, they're like a brand new pack of blue camel. Yeah, I left it to my sister's fiance, because I know he sometimes smokes when he's kind of stressed, you know, so I was like, hey, it's kind of a surprise. And then I have no idea who it belonged to. I asked my friends, like, hey, do you know whose this is? And they said no, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give it to my sister's fiance, and I just left it to this little drawer that they have in the corridor, so yeah, I hope he liked it. I mean, I asked my sister if she found it, and she was like, oh, I thought he had bought it himself. Oh, okay, that's cool. Like, she was surprised. Like, I mean, she wasn't surprised, but she was like, oh, okay. So yeah, apparently she had no idea it was a new thing there. So I told her, like, hey, did he like the surprise that I'd given him? So yeah. Also, I had a prawn phase. This is a new topic, by the way. I was craving for shrimps the whole fucking January. I ate pasta, Thai food, prawn-flavored chips, everything you can think about having prawns inside of it, rice with prawns. Prawns are good. They can be crispy a little bit, but they're also this... they taste nice, okay? I was craving for prawns, not anymore though, but they're still good. I can eat them whenever I want. And my sister's cat had an operation. I mean, they both had, like Schubert and Matilda. They're brother and sister, if somebody doesn't know. They got both castrated or sterilized. I don't know which kind of word I should use, really. And she had the operation and she was feeling really bad, and I had to, like, help her and like wash her injury every day around like 5 p.m. I mean I put alarm on, but I always knew when I always did before the alarm, the cleaning thing, because I don't know, she felt important to me, so I couldn't really wait for the alarm to go off, because come on. Anyways, she had an operation. It was pretty hard for her, but she's okay now. She's very happy and lively as ever, as a kitten should be. Also, I'm really disappointed in my boyfriend because he doesn't like baby bats. I mean, who the fuck doesn't like baby bats? I showed him pictures of baby bats and he didn't. They have these puppy eyes, okay? They look exactly like black tiny puppies. Like those shiny little dark eyes that, ugh. And then he says that they're not cute. I'm so disappointed. Also, my two best friends finally confessed to each other and they're cute as heck together. I'm really happy for them because, I mean, they're the best couple ever because they're so different. One of them is really active, the other one is like really lazy, but like their imperfections that they have, those imperfections are tiny, by the way, just tiny little things that are specific in them, and their imperfections make them perfect, pretty much. And they like complete each other with their tiny little faults that they have, and it's so cute. They're so different, but they're like, I don't know how to say it. It's like you put a totally dark and weird color together with a nice, shiny, bright color, and together, for some reason, they go so well together. It's that kind of thing, and it's oh my god, I'm so happy for them. Also, I hate to admit this, but I started using Tumblr more again, and yeah, this is the most useless thing to let myself remember, but I'm gonna let myself remember this because I want to cringe at myself in the future, because I'm a cringy person and I want to make myself feel embarrassed, I guess. Also, on my way home, it was last Monday, today is Sunday, by the way, which makes like 6 days ago. I was waiting for a bus to go home, and there was a 40 plus, maybe 45 years old man who checked all the trash cans that were near me and for empty bottles with a flashlight, because in Estonia, if you recycle empty bottles, you get a decent amount of money from it. Like, if you have like 100 bottles, I think you can get like 5 years from it, which is a pretty big amount. Actually, maybe not 5, but still like maybe 3 or something, which is a lot actually. And he came into the same bus as I did to go home, and he looked really cold. I mean, it was a very cold night, but yeah, I felt really bad because he was wearing really broken Adidas shoes and ripped jeans and a really old and ripped backpack. And so, by the way, I'm sorry if you hear these really weird noises in my throat because I'm drinking Pepsi and yeah, the gas. I'm sorry. This is a sad topic and I'm laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. Oh god. And I had ordered a croissant sandwich before from a cafe that I had visited. It was a ham and cheese croissant sandwich kind of a thing with, I don't know, tomatoes and stuff inside it. And he kind of looked at it from the corner of his eye like 2 or 3 times, really. And I saw how he seemed kind of hungry and he hadn't eaten something like that for ages. He seemed like a really new homeless man, actually. Like, he had this tiny beard, like, yeah, a tiny beard that he haven't had shaved maybe in like a month or something. I don't know how beards work really, but he did seem like a fresh homeless man. And he came off from the same bus stop as I did, and at that moment I thought like to myself, why am I not giving this sandwich to him? I was just, he had looked at it hungrily, and why am I eating this and why am I not giving it to him? So I went to him, I approached him, and I asked him nicely in my native language if he wanted my sandwich. Like, I actually said, like, half-eaten sandwich. Like, I tried to make it, like, a joke, kind of, but, like, I was serious about asking and giving it to him. I hope he understood that, but he didn't smile. But I guess his eyes said everything, like, he was, like, this thankfulness or something, just, I saw that in his eyes, and he happily took the sandwich. And he thanked me in Estonian with a really thick Russian accent, but it was really, really cool. Like, he didn't just say spasibo or something, and he actually said, he said thank you. And then I decided to give him my tiny little water bottle as well. And I felt really good doing that, but then after I'd gone home, I started to feel a little guilty because I didn't give him any money. I only gave him food and water, but I didn't give him money, although money is pretty much all he could. I mean, he needs, like, every other thing, but with money you can get all those things. That's just how this world works nowadays, and it's kind of sad, but it's true. Also, a reminder to myself, my boyfriend doesn't know how to spam, so don't even expect for a big spam to happen, because he just doesn't know how to do it. Okay, so I was at my friend's party in the beginning of January, and it was a nice party, like every other that my friend has hosted. And what made it a little bit uncomfortable for me was that my classmate was there. I was on my friend's parents' bed, and that classmate of mine, he came on the bed, and he had talked to his, according to him, friend with benefits before, and then he saw me there, and then he started talking to me. And so this kind of thing happened, like, not a long time ago from that party, like maybe a week or 2 ago, was that my friend who hosted the party, he had shown screenshots or the chat that my closest friends and I shared. It's this group chat on Messenger. Around 10 people are in there, and 2 or 3 of my friends were talking about that classmate that I was talking to. on that bed. Like, they were saying bad things about him, because, you know, he's different, and to some people, he's a little too much to handle. And he read that. I have no idea still why my friend chose to freaking show him our chat, because that's pretty much like against our terms of conditions to be in that group. And so he started blaming me and the whole group that we're all the same and why are we against him. And I said I had never said anything bad about him, and I still haven't. I don't think he's a bad person, he's just different from others. He started threatening me that if something like that happens again, then things could get worse or something, and I was kind of afraid. I was actually, like, surprised, like, oh my god, okay. Like, it wasn't my fault. Like, my friend said stuff about him, and he said that we're all bad, and I just, like, he asked me if I thought he was retarded, and I said, like, I've never said anything like that to you. And what surprised me, though, is that I had 100 thoughts going through my mind at that moment when he was talking to me. And when I re-listened to those recordings, all those things that I had thought, I said none of them. I was literally quiet and listening to him in that recording. But it's just so weird how I stayed quiet. I was really silent. I had remembered that I had said so many things that I thought I would regret, but by re-listening to those recordings, it really surprised me that I had said nothing wrong or nothing too much. And yeah, it was kind of creepy. And yeah, but although that happened, he hugged me when I went away, when I went home. I mean, I was at the door and everyone at the party pretty much hugged me, and it felt nice. It felt like I was important for once. And yeah, and then I went home, and in school he's been okay. He has said a few words to me, and we exchanged words, yeah. And we haven't said too much, of course, because we never really talk, but yeah, we've attended the same parties. Fortunately, there's gonna be a new party this month, because I think my friend has hosted one of those parties every month. And yeah, I'm totally looking forward to it, and I'm not afraid to talk to him again. And then also I got called Squareface by like 3 guys, and like, it's true, I do have a square face and everything, but it's just, back in the beginning of January, I saw it as something so terrible that I can't even fix. Like, I can't do plastic surgery, but like, I can, but it's just that if I do that, I'm not me, and I know I'm ugly. I've said 100 times before that I could look so much worse than I'm looking right now. Oh, and in the middle of January, I don't know how it's called in English, really. Olympiad, a contest, no, it's not a test, it's like, yeah, it's more of a contest, really. Biology contest, and my teacher said I did good in that thingy, but I didn't get into the, country-wide thing. It's so hard to talk about it in English. I don't have the, vocabulary that I should have for this kind of topic. Anyways, my teacher said I did good. I'm proud that I did it, because it was my first, and at least in the future when I have children, I can say that, yeah, I went to that biology contest once. And yeah, I can be proud, and yeah.